What's up, everybody? It's Delta, and I'm back for another fun, exciting adventure with Pokemon Heart Gold. Oh man, I'm fucking up already. It's gonna be a long commentary. I'm just kidding. How's it going, everybody? Back at the first gym in, I don't even know what town I'm in. Doesn't matter, clearly. I decided instead of going around, as you can clearly see the glass, what do you call them? Glass walkways, I guess. And beat out the two trainers in the middle because I'm really looking for free experience points at this point. I was hoping to get both my Pokemon up to level like 13, 14 before challenging the gym, but unfortunately Dustbuster's level 9, about to be 10, and I think Chompy's maybe 10 or 11, and I really just didn't want to train them. So we're just going to kind of push them through and go for it. If you remember correctly, Chompy is my Totodile, and Dustbuster is obviously my Sentret, who hopefully by the end of this video or next will be a Furret, maybe? I think he evolves at 15, maybe 14, something like that. Doesn't matter. So, this commentary, it's another long, exciting adventure. It's almost 20 minutes, but I expect you guys either A, won't care and will go back to your YouTube main page within 30 seconds, or you'll watch the entire thing through expecting me to do something stupid or fuck up again. Because trust me, there's a lot of it coming. This second trainer wasn't a big deal. Again, we Thunder Punch or Ice Punch him right out. But he does get a little damage onto my Sentret, I believe. I think he gets like maybe 5-10 damage, if that. So, yeah, yeah, right there is tackle attack. He gets 3 damage, I lied. So, yeah, uneventful 2 trainers. I mean, I really wish they posed more of a challenge just so I could get some more experience points, but I digress. I'm going to say that a lot in case you guys haven't noticed. 3 things I'll say a lot, I will say I digress, and I will go, so yeah, at least a couple of times if you haven't noticed. So, yeah, the gym leader, the gym battle was interesting. I had my game start lagging on me, and I don't know whether it was because I was trying to play Eve in the process and run some sites with my corp, or whether it was just because I was bad and my computer overheated or something. I don't know. But you will see about maybe 2-3 attacks into the gym battle, I start to lag like a bitch. And, I mean, no big deal, but it just got obnoxiously long. Because I also forgot, and back when this game originally came out on the Game Boy Color, they had, this gym was ripped through it in 10 seconds, maybe 5 attacks from 2 Pokemon. But now he has Roost. And Roost is the dumbest, stupidest bitch move ever. I can't stand it. I mean, in a good way, it's a good move, but I can't stand it on NPCs because they use it too fucking often. So, we start off the battle, and this Pidgey was, again, a one-hit punch, or one-punch KO, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, oh, okay, this is going to go quick. I'll just switch into Chompy and Ice Fang it once, maybe twice, and kill it. And all would have went perfectly well, except for Roost, and except for the lag. So, Roost, back to what I was saying beforehand, great move, good for competitive play to kind of force people to deal with the normal nature instead of the flying type normal. It's great to get rid of the flying type attribute if you got like a good thunder coming at your face, but it's ultimately just not a great move in my mind. I mean, it really just kind of forces you to think whether someone's going to Roost or not. Anyway, so right here I was like, oh, alright, 2 Ice Fang and I should be able to get it, and it Roosts. And I was like, well, fuck. Oh well, it has its health back, but I'll just take it back down again. And then, I, again, forgot it had it, and I forgot Roost also takes the flying type attribute off, so I did half the damage, and I was like, well, screw this match, this is gonna take fucking forever. And then it Roosts again, and I was just like, oh my god, and you can see the lag starting to come here, so now it's gonna take forever, because it just slows down the game. Like, I don't know whether it's just my computer overheating, or forcing the CPU to do too much, or whether it was because I was on Eve, this, and watching YouTube videos all at the same time. Regardless, I mean, it just slows it down and crawls and crawls and crawls some more, and it's like, oh, this is gonna take forever. And I honestly didn't have 19 minutes of commentary to work with you guys, so I kind of felt bad at the fact that it's taking twice as long, and I wasn't really in the mood to re-record this because I got some other funny shit on here that you guys will probably laugh at. So we're just gonna go with it and hope for the best that I don't run out of commentary very quick. So I beat it back down to a quarter health again, maybe a quarter if not an eighth, and I was like, if this thing roosts one more time, I'm going to cry. And it used Gust, and I was like, thank fucking God. I don't have to worry about at least not having any damage on it. I can get a good chunk out, maybe a third or so, with my Ice Fang now. And then I was like, uh-oh. He might not survive. If he gets a crit, he's done. And I was like, alright, no crit. I've got maybe one more hit in me. So I Ice Fang. I was like, alright, I'll just keep Ice Fang him down once more. At worst, I'll have to switch in Dustbuster and Ice Punch or Thunder Punch it out. And I said here, it's like, this suddenly turned into such a long, obnoxious match. And then I get some luck on my side, for once, and I get the freeze hacks. And I was like, great. Now I don't even have to switch. I will just Ice Fang him again. He can't roost. He's not going to use the potion because he's not low enough on health. So, one Ice Fang and we're done. So, thankfully, with a little less lag, it slowly starts to pick back up. He keeps the freeze hacks, and I get off my final Ice Fang and decimate. I'd say decimate. I didn't destroy him. That was honestly far from destroying. So there's your first gym right there. Not too hard, especially with this team. But honestly, if you didn't have my crazy Ice Punch my Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, and Ice Fang, you probably still could do it with Totodile and Sentret if you wanted to raise it maybe to like 12 or 13 instead of just 9 and 10 like I had. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. So yeah, that's the leader right there. He bows gracefully to me. I'd more or less like plead for help, because if you look here now as we get back to the gym's layout, we're about 4 stories up looking at the clouds with no railings on the side of whatever structure this is. And I mean, I'm all for being retarded at some points in time in this game, but if you fell off this thing, you're fucking dead. Like, you're not surviving this fall. The elevator there doesn't look too sturdy either, so I really don't think this gym's well fit. So, he gives me a TM, and I was thinking it was going to be like Air Cutter or Air Slash or some air move, and then it actually turns out to be Roost. And I was like, oh, well, that's pretty sweet, but I'm never really gonna use it. I mean, not to say it's not a good move, it's a great move, but it's only really useful in some player versus player stuff. So, yeah. Gyms, the 4-story gym, I love how they barred off the under part of where you walk up there. In case you decide to, like, jump off and die, you can just get your body swept away. So, got a call from Professor Elm, I believe. Yep, Professor Elm, and he's like, oh my god, have this egg. I want you to have this egg. Come get this thing. I don't want a fucking egg. I'd rather have the Pokemon, thank you. So I ran the wrong way, turned around and was like, oops, fuck, Pokemart's that way. And walked in, and I was like, alright, let's do this. And I noticed, oh, I have a package too. Man, I've got tons of shit at this Pokemart. So, grabbed the egg from the assistant, and I grabbed the, I forget what this Pokemart guy gives. I think he gives me a Super Potion, or a Potion, something like that. I don't like the game, the fact that Mom spends my money. No offense to Mom, she's a great bank, I will quote her that way, but do not touch my cash. If I'm sending it home, do not touch it. I don't want you to touch it. It's mine. It's not yours. You can't go spend it on hookers or whatever you're doing. I just want you to hold on to it and not lose it. So, yeah, it was some Super Potion, and now we go out and we get attacked by the crazy Chinese chick. I know, I'm not being racist, I'm equally mean to everybody, but this woman, I think they're dancers maybe from Ecoutique City, but why? Like, honestly, they made this character look so overly crazy and compared to the rest of the game that you just look like a retard with white stuff on your face. Like, did someone come and get off on your face? I do not know, but it looks like it. Whatever. So, she's a nut, tells me the egg is of the utmost importance, which it's really not, because Togepi's not that important. Mind you, if I do get a good-natured Togepi, I will probably keep it in my party, build a crazy special attack Togekiss with Aura Sphere and stuff. But that all really depends on if I get a crazy good Togepi. So, yeah. Another thing, I'd love to hear back for some more party members, if you guys have any crazy ideas for party members. I think the next one I'm going to go with, because I got a lot of suggestions for it, is a Shinx either with special attack or attack. If I go attack, I'm going to give it Volt Tackle, even though it can't learn it, because I think it should. Like, Shinx is a pure attack electric type, and it deserves to have Volt Tackle on it. Or, if I go special attack, I'm going to give it Dark Pulse, because A, Dark Pulse is a kick-ass move, and B, it looks like it should have it. Like, I felt like whenever I saw Shinx, I was like, that Luxray, that thing should have Volt Tackle, Dark Pulse, and, like, some other creepy move, like, that makes you feel like that thing's scary as balls. And it's one of my favorites. Not the ones that you guys are looking for, but it's one of my favorite Pokemon. So, yeah, ran to the Pokemon Center, healed up the two, and we are off to, Azazel Town, Azelf Town, whatever town it is, through the cave down there. Another thing, cave, fun stuff right there. I do not go into the Union Cave here at all. I may do a sidetracked walkthrough for it, but I had A, no reason to, and B, I really didn't want to go and get an unknown. They're cool Pokemon, but all they learn is hidden power, and it's not helpful to have one Pokemon with one move and sit there and be like, oh, okay, I've got a hidden power, Ice. Great. That's all it's got. I can't do much with that. So, if you guys want me to do a walkthrough of that later, leave me a comment. I'll try and do a walkthrough of it after I either beat the game, or I will jump back when I can get fly and shit and fly in there quick and take care of some of it. But otherwise, I'm just skipping completely over it because there's not really that much in there. Game starts to lag a little again. You'll see this part right here. I sit here for like 5 extra seconds, and you see my mouse flash across it, trying to slow up speed up the frame rate. And then right about down here near that tree, I stop. And I just stop here for about 10 extra seconds. And it's just like, I can't tell whether the game's lagging again, and I'd rather not push it, so I'm going to wait for it to catch up, and then I'm going to start moving. And sooner than later, there we go, I start moving again. This guy, I was like, fuck, this is a trainer, I didn't really want to deal with it. But he's actually not, he's the guy that gives you the Miracle Seed. Too bad I don't have a grass type. Huh. So, now, there's another thing. I'd love a nice grass type, and probably a fire one, too, only because I'm going to get the charcoal in the next town. They'd be helpful, but not catastrophic if I don't have them. So, yeah. We dive into the grass here, and honestly, the grass around here is just boring as hell. We got Rattata, we got the grass full of fucking Bellsprout. I've had enough of Bellsprout for the next, like, 3 years. If I see one between the next video and the video after that, I'm probably going to start crying on commentary. Like, I've just had enough of seeing Bellsprouts everywhere. I end up running into one down here a bit further, and I fuck up fighting it, and I didn't start to lose per se, but I fucked up fighting it enough that I was just like, I hate fucking Bellsprout, and we're never fighting one again. Like, I'm just done with them. It was right in here, I believe. I run into one, and I was like, alright, I'll just Thunder Punch it out. Or, not Thunder Punch, I'll Fire Punch it out, but I end up Thunder Punching. And I was just, at that point, I'm sitting there just staring at the thing going, fuck, I do not want to Thunder Punch at all, oops. And it gets up, I mean, not to say it didn't need damage, I think it does maybe 5 damage with its Vine Whip, but, I just, oh, fuck you, go away. I don't want to deal with your shit right now, and I'm really just in the mood to get down to the cave and be done. Because, not to say I don't want to commentate anymore, but this commentary was longer than I expected, and I really didn't think I would have to waste this much time on it. No offense. Again, I love doing this stuff, I will happily do more of it, but I just didn't think it would take this long. So, run down here, dumbly run past that item, and then the trainer here. I was like, oh, I'll get past him, no worries, he turned around. The trainers all in the games nowadays have the ability to know, oh, there's someone coming, let's turn and watch him. And then if he gets into my line of sight, I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna battle him. No! I would be the one, I'd be that idiotic trainer if this ever became like a real life scenario, to hide in the brush and jump people. I would just be that kind of ninja kid. Like from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. The ones that would sit in like pound dirt or behind fake trees and jump you. And just be like, ha, we're battling right now. It's like, who in their right mind does that? No one. And then I screw up fighting this Wooper and try to Thunder Punch it. And I was just like, oh shit, it's got the ground type on it already. Damn it. So I had to switch over to Chompy. And honestly, Chompy can't do that much either because I've got Ice Fang and Rage. And Scratch and Water Gun. But, like, I really don't have anything to fight off a ground water type because I have no grass type. And I'm not getting a fucking Bellsprout because I'd kill myself before I do that right now. So, I just Ice Fang until it dies. Oh, sorry, faints. I am not killing off Pokemon, I'm only making them faint. So, yeah, finally goes down after I miss, once again. Ice Fang, like 100% accuracy or 95%, and it has to miss right when I just want it to hit and want to be done with this thing. So, anyway, back to what I was saying beforehand. I skipped Union Cave, and I will be skipping, or I skipped the Unknown Cave. And in Union Cave, I will probably end up skipping the subsection that's up to the left. I'll show you guys where it is, but I won't run into it just because I'm not in the mood to go running down there. I really, once we're done and I come back here to maybe do a Union Cave thing, I'm going to buy a Slowpoke Tail. I'm just going to give myself infinite money and buy like 2 of them. I don't know what they do. I've never bought one before. I never made that much money in the games on my DS, so I'm going to buy one, and we're going to see what it does. I highly doubt it'll do anything, but I just want to say I bought one. It's like having a flat screen HD TV before anyone else does. You just want to say you have one. So, heal up again. And another blind notice thing here. That doesn't look anything like Nurse Joy at all. Like, I'm used to Nurse Joy with the 2 curls on her side of her head and it being Nurse Joy. Not some fucking retarded woman with pink hair. So, I grabbed the Old Rod here. Completely, again, useless items in this game. The Old Rod. That is probably the first one. No one uses this thing. You do not want to catch a Magikarp. Fuck them. They're not helpful at all. I mean, a Gyarados is, but I know there's one in this game at Lake of Rage that's rare colored, and it'll probably have a good nature. I'll wait to get a good nature. So, I'm not going to sit around here waiting for a Magikarp to come. So, running down here, there's the entrance to the cave. I run into this woman thinking, since I ran up to her pretty much and she didn't jump to me, that she wasn't a trainer, but she actually was, and she is actually a he. That would be Birdkeeper Peter. Birdkeeper Peter needs to cut his hair on his avatar because that looks like such a chick. So, I go crazy Thunder Punch style on these guys. I think I switch over to Chompy for a third Pokemon just to try and even out the experience a little bit. But ultimately, after the first gym, I feel like all the Pokemon should be as powerful as the first gym leaders, but these guys are even weaker. Like, we're back to the 1 punch and you're dead kind of thing. And I'm a fan and I'm not a fan all at the same time. It makes it easier, but it also is slightly boring. And, yeah. So, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you guys didn't get bored with my 19 minutes of useless commentary, pretty much, because not much fun's going on. But, please rate, comment, subscribe. I will throw my YouTube channel into every video's comments at some point in time if you guys read over it. If you want to subscribe there, I will try and put these up at least, and once we get my PvP team going, I will try and get our battles up here and on the Mosh Pit, and you guys can have fun watching everything. Don't forget to leave some comments for new Pokemon I should get, and if you haven't guessed my team yet, or my 2 favorite Pokemon and no one's gotten the right answer, feel free to guess them as well. I will talk to you guys after, well, next time in the video. So, off we go to the cave. Closing thoughts, fuck the first gym leader, fuck Roost, and have a good night, guys. Alright, peace.